Welcome to Midday Chatter. I'm your host, Kiera Renee, and today we have an exciting show for you. We're going to talk about health, but with a twist. So to help me out with this, I have Dante Sears Geyer. She is a clinical hypnotherapist. Let's get it right. And we're going to talk about hypnosis. So the chatter starts now. So welcome back. You guys just got to listen to Woody the Great, who talked to us about laughter and healing. And now we have Miss Dante Sears Geyer. She's a clinical hypnotherapist, and she's going to talk to us about a different type of technique of healing. So tell us about what you do.
Yeah, so what I do is basically I study a person's behavior and find out what it is that causes them to have, you know, either like a setback or a mental problem or a health challenge. And then by identifying what it is in their behavior that is doing that, then I'm able to, while they're under hypnosis, help them walk through healing that process. And so what it does is, as you probably know, the cells in the body are renewing every 24 hours. So once we take out this sort of like baggage or like problems they have, within 24 hours they're starting a process of, you know, being a new person, basically.
Okay, so what are the benefits of, you know, hypnotherapy as opposed to traditional medicine?
Well, the benefits are vast. Of course, you always need traditional medicine. You know, you have to go to your doctor, get your checkups, make sure everything's good. But what hypnotherapy does is it's a very powerful adjunct to it. So we have right now medicine culture where you take a pill for a symptom and then you don't feel it anymore. But what's really happening is like, you know, as we were talking about before, if you have a headache, then there's a pressure inside of you. There's two opposing views that you have. Like, you want to relax, but then you have to work. So you kind of feel like, you know, I have to relax and I have to work. So you take the pill and you don't feel it anymore, but you're still doing this. So now you can't feel it, but your health is going down even more because you haven't fixed the problem, right? So what I do is I come in and find out what's causing the problem, and we actually get rid of that. And that gets rid of like all the pressure, goes away. And then now you don't have the headache anymore. It doesn't happen and you don't need the pills. And so it's just it's so amazing because you get people that, you know, have a headache or a migraine, then they go get a pain pill, and then they have to take a pill for, you know, something else for those symptoms, and it goes on and on. And so this is a solution instead.
Okay, so I want you to actually show us this and give us a little demonstration.
All right, so an exercise I'd like to do with you is, you were talking about wanting to try something, is we're going to work on a conflict. So do you have something inside of you that's sort of like, I want to do this, but I kind of want to do that?
Okay, so we're going to work on having an absent father who you want to reach out to, but you don't really, like, I want to reach out, but I really don't want to reach out.
Okay, very good. So your father, you want to reach out to him, but you don't
want to call him.
You don't want to call him? Okay.
Okay, here.
Okay, so really quickly, one thing that is important to know before we start the demonstration is that hypnosis is like being asleep, but you're not asleep. You are simply in a state of relaxation. So what we want to do is, there's sort of like a conscious guard that is at the gate of your mind, and we want to send that guard off to sleep, send them on vacation, okay? And so whatever I say to you, I just want you to repeat it to yourself and then wait for the answer. And when it comes to you, it will usually be like a one-word answer. That's how the unconscious mind works, okay? So we're looking for small answers. If the answer comes out something long and, you know, explanatory, that's not your unconscious mind, that's your conscious mind, and that's the one that needs to, the chatterbox that needs to follow along with me, if anything, or go on vacation, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. So now I want you to go ahead and just relax a little bit, and now take your thoughts, right? And I want you to imagine your thoughts, go ahead and gather them up like in a big ball right here, like they're a big ball of white light, okay? Gather them together here. And when you've got them all gathered, then I want you to take them down and put them down in your heart, okay? And then we're going to keep them there. All right, keep them focused there. And now go ahead and take a deep breath in, and then just relax, and relax your eyes and the muscles behind your eyes fully and completely. Very good. Relax them so completely that as long as your eyes remain relaxed, they will just remain shut. And now go ahead and give them a good try and make sure that they remain closed. Very good. And now, I want you to get in touch with that feeling that you have, that the one that doesn't want to contact your father, okay? And whenever you get in contact with that feeling, go ahead and wiggle your finger on your left hand. Very good. Okay, so now this feeling, I want you to ask it if it will come out and communicate with us. And when it says yes, go ahead and wiggle your finger. Very good. And now, thank you for coming out and communicating with us. Now, this feeling, what I'm going to have it do is it's going to come out and it's going to travel from your shoulder, down your arm, and then into this hand right here. And when it gets there, go ahead and wiggle your finger. Very good. All right, now, this feeling, if it had a color, what color would it be? Go ahead and answer.
Blue.
Very good. If it had a temperature, what temperature would it be?
110 degrees.
Very good. If it had a shape, what shape would it be?
A triangle.
Very good. And if it had an emotion, what emotion would it be?
Happy.
Very good. And if it had a sound, what sound would it be?
Water.
Very good. And now every part of you wants something good for you. So I just want you to think about that now as we search for the feeling inside of you that directly conflicts with this feeling. So the feeling that conflicts with this feeling, I want you to ask it to come out and communicate with us. So the feeling that doesn't like that feeling or fights against it. Very good. And now this feeling, I want it to travel down this shoulder, come all the way down your arm, and into this hand. And when it does, go ahead and wiggle your finger. Very good. Thank you for communicating with us. And now, this feeling, this part, what color is it?
Yellow.
Very good. If it had a shape, what shape would it be?
A square.
Very good.
So that was crazy. So, okay, we just did this. You want to? There's something you said you wanted to ask.
Yeah. So how did it feel? Did you notice anything?
Yeah, like the whole time, like I was telling you, like my eye, like it was going crazy.
Yeah, I was like, brrr. Yeah, that is definitely a sign that someone is under hypnosis, is when the eyes start fluttering. That's a sign that your brain is in programming mode, which is perfect for me to actually help make the changes.
We're fluttering. It was a good feeling.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and doing that and showing and teaching, an alternative way of healing.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're
I'd love
welcome.
to work on you some more. That was fun.
Okay. So everyone, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Midday Chatter, where we learned alternative ways of healing. The chatter stops now.